can learn a lot from a child. I often say in many ways, children are small adults and adults are grown children. I pray that God will give us the wisdom when to look beyond people's actions and understand the why behind their actions. This story will encourage you to see the power of a simple sorry. Here we go. Where do you wanna go? Tell us so we know. What do you wanna be? A bird that's flying free. How far do you wanna run? Maybe we'll
jump and touch the sun. The imagination, imagination, imagination address.
Using your imagination, go where you wanna go. Using your imagination, learn things that you should know.
The imagination, imagination, imagination address. The imagination, imagination, imagination address.
Let me tell you a story about my 4th grade first day of school. I met a little girl. She was quite rude. A girl in 1st grade walked up to me and said, "I just don't like you." I looked at her confused. I was wondering, what have I done to you? She drew back and hit me, pushed me too. Well, I responded by hitting her and asking, "What's wrong with you?" The remainder of the week, she made sure to call me names and make silly faces. You know how children do. That Friday after school, I told my parents what was going on. I hit that little girl back. Yes, I know, I'm very strong. So I really just gave her a little tap, hoping she would just leave me alone. The little girl is really beginning to annoy me. I just wanted you to know, if you get a call from school, it might be because I just totally lost my cool. My dad asked,
Sweetheart, did you tell any adult what was going on?
I said, "Dad, I'm too embarrassed to tell anyone. This little girl calls herself picking on me. How would that look? How would my classmates see me?" My mom said,
"Wait a minute, baby. I'm confused. If she's in the 1st grade and you're in the 4th grade, when does she have time to harass you?"
Well, I said, I don't ride the school bus. Neither does she. When we're waiting in the car rider's rooms and later outside for our parents to pick us up, then she harasses me. My mom smiled and said,
"Sweetheart, I think I know what's going on. Trust me on this. I can understand if you believe I'm wrong. I think you truly believe she doesn't like you. It makes perfect sense because that's exactly what she told you. But I think it's just the opposite. I think she likes you and wants to be your friend. But at her age, she doesn't know how to start a friendship with you. Here is what I suggest you do. It's called conflict resolution. That's just a fancy way of saying, I'm going to tell you how to fix this situation peacefully without a fight. When you go to school Monday, I want you to say, I'm sorry, we got off on the wrong foot. My name is Melissa. Can we be friends?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I thought this was a horrible idea. First of all, I did nothing wrong to this little girl. I thought the one who should be apologizing is her, not me. Out of respect of my mom, I said, yes, ma'am. Monday came and I did what I promised to my mom. I walked straight to the little girl and with a smile, I held out my hand and said, I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot. My name is Melissa. Can we be friends? I was very surprised. She shook my hand and smiled and said, "I'm very sorry too. I should have never been mean and hit and pushed you. My name is Jennifer. I would love to be friends with you." From that moment on, we became best friends. We would save our lunch snacks our parents gave us so we could share with each other while we waited for our ride. We would always hug each other goodbye before we got into our car ride. Of course, me being the oldest in the friendship, I gave her some great advice to receive good grades. I also helped her learn how to add and subtract better. It's our last week of school before summer break. Do you know what's extremely surprising to me? The way this year started, I would have never guessed how it would end. The only thing I know is that I'm really going to miss Jennifer, my dear little friend. Thanks for watching the Imagination Address. Please like and subscribe. Bye-bye. See you next time.